I enjoyed helping my students discover what they didn't know they could do. I like to find opportunities for students to step out of their little shell and help them to be a little bit more brave and responsible for themselves.
She has never looked down on me, and she would always like to say that she's proud of me.
We should always try our best to push them to their fullest potential and teach them to live independently. It is about helping them to integrate and at the same time contribute meaningfully in our society.
Mrs. B is a very kind person because when I fell down, she will come to me and help me in the problem, and she'll tell me how to solve the problem.
We must not shortchange them in any way, but set goals for them to be better individuals, like what we do for ourselves. It's about finding that little star in each of them and help them shine brightly in the world.
I think as a teacher, it's very important for us to see beyond what we see on the surface, to be able to understand a student from what they feel and to learn how to take their perspectives is important to help them to understand and make sense of the world around them.
For the past 2 years being an environmental leader, I think Madam Irfana has given me a lot of opportunities.
I feel like she has this incredible ability to make everyone feel special.
What I appreciate about Madam Irfana is that despite our very busy schedule, she will make an effort to think about how she could better engage the students.
I would like to thank my principal, Mr. Pang, for taking me under his wing and showing me how to grow myself as a teacher, as a leader in many different ways.
I'm very proud of Irfana. She's an amazing teacher. In Yuhua Secondary, we talk about building students who care, connect, contribute. She's such a wonderful role model.
Congratulations, Madam Irfana.
The LEAP Award holds a special meaning for me. It is not just a recognition of my effort and dedication, but a celebration of the impact that teachers can have on the lives of students.
The way she teaches is very easy to learn, and she's very patient with not only me, but also with other students.
She brought my grades from a D7 to an A2 in a matter of 2 years.
She will explain in detail on how to do math. And from then on, I realized that math was actually easy.
Throughout my teaching career, the most valuable takeaway has always been the importance of patience and love for my students. Patience is so that I could actually understand their individual struggles and needs. Love for my students is caring for them beyond academic performance and celebrating their successes.
Lata is a very dedicated and caring teacher. She has very good rapport with her students.
I would like to dedicate this award to all my wonderful colleagues. I'm proud to be a teacher, and even more so at Ewing Secondary School.
For us, for PE teachers, definitely that lesson has to be very engaging. Children being children, definitely they want the lessons to be something that they like. So for us, we are definitely to plan it and such that kids able to attain it, and then giving them the opportunity that they can improve so that they feel the enjoyment and the fun in there.
Very nice and kind, and always lets us do fun activities. When we end, we'll all be feeling very tired, but we all enjoy all his lessons.
So whatever we do is really to grow the children. Of course, it's not going to be so smooth sailing all the time. We meet various children all the time. But one of those things that I think we've got to remember is always to listen to the children.
Mr. Lee is a kind and fun teacher. He gives us play, extra time.
Listening to them, and then we can start our conversation. That is when we have to build a relationship. And from there, that's when probably we can plan the lesson well.
As the saying goes, students don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. I believe that when students feel heard and valued, they are more likely to form a genuine connection with us and follow our guidance.
I have become much more confident when sharing my answers in class. Mr. Lim is a very patient teacher. Whenever I have trouble understanding, he will take extra time to explain it.
The LEAP Award is a well-deserved recognition of his dedication to teaching and his faith in his students.
I'd like to thank my principal, Mrs. Chan, for nominating me for this LEAP Award.
Thinking is a listening educator who goes the extra mile for his students. He always seeks to understand their situation and empathize with them. As the ST Educational Support, he leads by role modeling the strategies in his classes.
It inspires me to continually improve and seek ways to support my students' growth.
Teaching isn't just a performance in the classroom or what we do for our students.
It is who we are, what we embody, and the deep impact that we have on our students' life beyond their learning.
Ms. Gwen's passion for history and social studies is well known by all of our students.
As an international student, I really appreciate Ms. Gwen's teaching.
She never fails to enlighten me in any situation possible.
Every day, each of us strive to become better as educators and as people. I hope that this encourages my students to seek to become the best versions of themselves. And whenever they face difficulties, they know I will always be in their corner.
She creates a safe and inspiring and inclusive classroom environment where her students feel seen, heard, and valued.
The LEAP Award is a reminder that every educator has something unique to offer our students and the fraternity.
Everyone comes in with baggage, but if I come in with my own baggage, students will not be able to remove that from the classroom. So it's important that I come into the class, I radiate that positivity, and I bring a whole different vibe into the classroom.
He will always give us advice to pass our PSLE and always talk to us one-on-one so that we can do better things in life.
If we are feeling sad, he also cool us down, like during recess. He will come and talk to us and sit with us.
If I get low marks, Mr. Lokman would rather pull me out of my recess or PE whenever he is free, and he will usually teach me.
Sometimes it gives me that feeling whereby I'm the most important person in their life.
I would like to congratulate Mr. Lokman for getting the award. Well, we nominated him because he's a passionate teacher and he really loves his students.
Thank you, Mr. Lokman. We love you.
The one thing that I enjoy the most is creating meaningful outdoor learning experiences for my students. Not only do they get to learn in a fun and interesting way, but they also get to interact with the non-teaching staff around the school. Seeing how these experiences bring them joy and contribute to their learning and growth, it further motivates my passion for teaching.
I like Miss Parade because she's loving and patient. Miss Parade's lessons are very fun and interesting. She'll often take us out to learn more.
Miss Parade makes lessons very interactive and puts in a lot of effort to teach well.
What's amazing about Miss Parade is her willingness to share time with students out of lessons. She is also a very warm and considerate teacher to everyone.
We are grateful for the LEAP Award to Maitri to recognise her efforts and good work to the students in Tao Nan School.
My greatest satisfaction of being a teacher comes from lasting relationships and the emotional connection that I build with my students.
Each and every child is actually the hopes and dreams of their family, and therefore we've actually got the support of the family in order to continue developing our child.
Because of him, he gave me the confidence to finally find my potential in science and also to finally understand science.
By teaching science, by showing students and the learning of science, they definitely understand what is happening around the world, and that helps them mature and grow.
Mr. Ashi is a very dedicated yearhead. He goes the extra mile to take care of his students. He's also a very inspiring physics teacher. His lessons are very engaging.
As a yearhead, Mr. Ashik ensures every student's well-being and ensures that they are doing well in their studies.
It is the passion of being a teacher. It is definitely the love for children that make you stay and continue and strive in this profession.
I believe teaching is a two-way street. So yes, you nurture the students and yes, you are responsible for their progress, but they are the ones who are feeding you information, providing you the gaps that you need to fill in. So it is my duty to pick up those gaps and those cues to attend to those needs.
You can feel the genuineness of her love for the children, right? The care that she renders to them is like that of a mother, a parent.
My girl, without a voice, right? She's not able to deliver and express herself that well. You will see Miss Nurul wearing it, across her body, always ready, talking to the child. And that inspired me saying, hey, my girl can have a voice,
My greatest satisfaction as a teacher is definitely when students cooperate and trust me to work together towards a more holistic improvement or progress, such as to be able to eat independently, to walk, to stand independently, and even to use the technology to communicate.
I find great satisfaction and joy in seeing my pupils become disciplined, reflective,
empathetic, inclusive, resilient individuals and citizens.
Mrs. Seed is a role model to all our beginning teachers and young teachers.
She guided us through our design thinking process for our robotics competition. She uses live examples in her lessons. When we are facing difficulties, she gave us advice on how to improve.
Professional passion, passion for pupil, purpose for life is always about pupil.
Sometimes our friends are not ready to enter the class to learn. Mr. Seed is always gentle and patient with them. Mr. Seed values cleanliness and orderliness.
The LEAP Award signifies recognition for my tireless efforts in nurturing my students to be responsible, inclusive, positive, and someone with self-worth or self-belief.
I think that as an educator, it's very important to nourish the heart and help my fellow educators grow in terms of their intrinsic motivation.
What I appreciate about Gavin is an educator. He actually espouses the virtues and the values that we want our students to have.
Lessons with Mr. C are very fun and engaging. He comes up with very unique ways to let us understand the concept and remember historical events better.
I think it's very important for a teacher to listen to students, what is said, what is unsaid, empathize with students, be engaging in the classroom, teach students about life.
It encourages students to think more critically instead of just memorizing the correct answers.
There is a quote on the wall of the Academy of Singapore Teachers that reads, "Courage doesn't always roar. Sometimes courage is a quiet voice at the end of the day saying, I will try again tomorrow." And so when things get challenging, I remind myself of that as well.
I strongly believe that every student can learn and deserves a learning environment that nurtures their individual strengths. Every student has the potential to succeed when given the right opportunities and support. Winning LEAP Award is a humbly acknowledgement of my commitment to education. I am deeply passionate about teaching and am committed to making a positive differences in my students' lives. I would like to thank my school leaders for their nominations and also to my family and colleagues for their support. Thank you Hokkien Huay Kuan for conferring the award to me.
I think the most valuable takeaway from my career looking back would be the opportunity to shape my student futures and making positive impact in their life.
Madam Tan has provided me a lot of opportunities to support me and guide me along when I'm facing a lot of challenges, especially when I just joined the teaching as my first career.
We are very blessed and honoured to have the privilege to serve alongside Madam Tan with her many years of experience and her journey as an educator in Nanhua High School.
Winning this award also sends a message to ordinary people that age is no barrier to making positive and meaningful contributions. So it serves as inspirations to many senior citizens like me to continue learning and continue giving.
As a teacher, I really hope to be able to continue doing my best for all the children under my charge, to love and teach them with sincerity. I hope to nurture in them the spirit of dare, the positive dare, the dare to ask questions, the dare to try, the dare to make mistakes, and the dare to unlearn and relearn. Because to me, the ones with the dare will triumph the dare nots. I want to tell my students that a whole new world awaits them, and it's up to them to define that world through their thoughts, actions, and determinations.
I like Mrs. Tan because she always teaches us interesting facts.
She's not like any other typical teachers. She also makes her lessons fun and interactive.
She also makes us laugh and smile every day.
The greatest satisfaction for me as a teacher is seeing the smiles on my children's faces. The smiles tell me a lot. They tell me that they're happy to come to school and that they're healthy.